Good morning. In this class we are going to see exercise 3.3. I strongly recommend the students to watch the previous video kinds of quadrilaterals to understand the properties of a parallelogram. Okay, just we will revise properties of a parallelogram. Take a parallelogram A, B, C, D. The property, first property says opposite sides are equal, which means AB is equal to DC and AD is equal to BC. That is the first property. Second is opposite angles are equal, which means angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. These are opposite angles are equal. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Nearby angles, angle A and angle D. So, angle D plus angle C, angle B plus angle C, angle A plus angle B. If you add the adjacent angles or supplementary means, if you add the adjacent angle, they should give 180 together. Diagonals bisect each other. These center dotted lines are called diagonals. They bisect each other means OD is equal to OB and OA is equal to OC. These are the properties of a parallelogram. Now, with this we are going to solve the problems. Example 3. Find the perimeter of a parallelogram PQRS. This is PQRS. Perimeter is, we have to add this such that perimeter equal to PQ, this is PQ plus QR plus RS plus SP. All the four sides you have to add it together. So, which is 12, PQ is 12 plus QR 7 plus, what is this RS? RS is 12. Why? Because it is given, it is a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So, I can write PQ is equal to SR and QR is equal to PS, because opposite sides are equal. Okay, plus what is the last is SP, which is 7. 12 plus 7 plus 12 plus 7, which is 38 centimeter. Okay. Example 4 is BEST is a parallelogram. Find the values of x, y, z. BEST is a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. Okay. Find the values of x, y, z. First we can say x is equal to 100. Why? Opposite angles are equal. Okay, this angle should be equal to this and this angle should be equal to this. Next, what you have to do is, you can see it from here, this together y plus z should be together gives 180 degree, because this is a straight line. This is a straight line and this is y and this is z. One thing I know, z plus y should together give 180 degree. Okay. Another thing is, this x and z are adjacent angles. Okay, x and z are adjacent angles. So, they are supplementary. They are supplementary. Adjacent angles are supplementary in a parallelogram. What does it mean? When you add it together, which means x plus z should give 180. Okay. Now, x is 100. 100 plus z is 180. Z equal to 180 minus 100. So, z equal to 80. Okay, z is 80. So, if z is 80, what is this y? Z plus y is 180. Okay. So, y equal to 180 minus z, which is 80. Y equal to 100. So, the answer is x equal to 100, y equal to 100, z equal to 80. Okay. I am repeating this. The first thing you have to note here is this and this are opposite angles. Opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. So you can write x as 100. Similarly, if you go here, if you know the angle here, then directly you can say what is it, because these two are opposite angles. You don't know what is here. So there is a clue. Another clue is here, adjacent angles are supplementary, which means that x and z are adjacent angles. Okay, either you can say this 100 and z or x and z, both are adjacent angles, which means when you add together they should give 180 degree. So x plus z is 180. You know what is x, from that you can find what is z. Then if you know z, this together z plus y together gives 180. From that you can find what is y. In a parallelogram RING, measure of angle R is 70. This is 70. I have to find the remaining angle. So what I will say, angle R is equal to angle N. Why? Opposite. I have to write the reason. Opposite angles are equal. Okay. So angle N, this is equal to 70. Okay. Another thing is, I can say adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are supplementary. What does it mean? Adjacent angles are supplementary, which means if I add these two angles, which is angle G plus angle N, if I add these two angles, I should get 180 degree. That means my adjacent angles are supplementary. So already I know what is angle N. What is angle N, which is equal to angle R? 70 degree. So angle G equal to 180 minus angle N, that is equal to 180 minus 70, that is equal to 110, that is angle G. So this is how much? 110. Okay. Again you know these are opposite angles. Angle G equal to angle I. Why? Because they are opposite angles. So angle I is 110. This is also 110. Okay. HELP is a parallelogram, lengths are in centimeters. Given that OE is 4, this OE is 4 and HL is 5 times more than PE, find OH. Okay. Now the property you are going to use here is the diagonals bisect each other, which means if you see OH is equal to OL. Okay, this OH is equal to OL and OP is equal to OE. Okay, because in a parallelogram the diagonals bisect each other. Using this property we are going to find out. What is given here is OE is 4. OE is 4. Okay, which means OP is also 4. Let me write with the units. Okay, OE is 4, OP is 4. Okay, so what will be the PE? PE equal to OP plus OE. If I add together, I will get PE. Then OP plus OE together gives 8 centimeter. Okay. Then what is given is HL. HL is 5 more than PE, which means 5 plus PE. That is equal to 5 plus 8, 13 centimeter. HL is 13 centimeter. The question asked for is OH. So what is OH? OH is half of this HL. So HL divided by 2. That is 13 divided by 2, that is equal to 6.5 centimeter. Okay. Now we will start with exercise 3.3. Given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each of the statement along with the definition or the property used. What is AD? AD is equal to BC. Why AD is equal to BC? Because opposite sides are equal. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Okay. Then what is given is angle DCB, which is DCB, this angle. Okay. Angle DCB will be equal to this opposite angle, which is this angle. these two angles are opposite, which is DAB, angle DAB. The reason is opposite angles are equal. The next is OC. This is OC. OC is equal to OA. Why? Because diagonals bisect each other. If you are not able to follow this, you have to listen to the previous video. Next is measure of DAB, which is DAB, this angle. Okay, this angle plus measure of CDA, which is CDA, this angle. When you add these two angles, what is the result? What is this? When you add these two angles, what are they? They are adjacent angles. When you add the adjacent angles, you should get 180 degree. What is the property used? Adjacent angles are supplementary, which means when you add the adjacent angles, they should give 180. Okay. The next problem is, consider the following parallelograms, find the value of x, y and z. Okay. Now, we will start one by one. So, we will start with this side. We know that adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angles are supplementary. So, what does it mean? When you add x plus 100, it should give 180 degree. So, x equal to 180 minus 100, x equal to 80. Okay, x is 80. When x is 80, angle C equal to, this should be angle C equal to angle A. So, I can write x equal to z. Why? Opposite angles are equal. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So, I can write what is z is? The z is x. X is 80. Then what is y? Y is 100. Y angle, this y is equal to angle B. Angle B equal to angle D. These are the opposite angles. So, y is equal to 100. So, x is 80, y is 100 and z is 80. If you see this figure, 50 is here, y is here. Okay, 50 is here, x is here. These two are adjacent angles, these two are adjacent angles. Anyway, you can take. So, 50 plus y. If I am taking this, 50 plus y equal to 180 degree. Why? Adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay. So, 50 plus y will give 180. So, y equal to 180 minus 50, y equal to 130. So, if this y is 130, what is this x? X equal to 130. Why? Opposite angles are equal. Okay, this x is 130 because x and y are opposite angles. Okay. Another thing, what is z? Z is equal to x. Why? Because z and x are corresponding angles. What is corresponding angle? This in 7th standard you studied, if there are two parallel lines, okay, and if there is a line crossing like this, which means this is transversal to these lines, then you can say this and this are corresponding angles. So, angle A, they are equal. Similarly, if I draw another line, this is also angle A, this is also will be angle A. These angles can be called as corresponding angles. Similarly, if you see here, angle X and angle Z are corresponding angles. Okay. If you are not sure, there is another way of solving this. I will say another way. Let me take this angle. Okay. let me take this angle to be some B. What is this B? This B should be equal to this 50 because these are opposite angles. So, B is 50. Okay, B is 50. So, what will happen if I add this Z plus B? Z plus B together should give 180 degree. This is a straight line. Together should give 180 degree. So, what is this? Z is 180 minus B. So, 180 minus 50, that is equal to 130. So, Z is 130. Here also Z is X, that is equal to 130. Okay. If you directly catch the point that X and Z are corresponding angles which are equal, you can write Z equal to X, which is Z is 130. If you could not able to catch this, there is another way of doing that is, still we can mark this as B and say these two are opposite angles. B is 50. From that you can calculate what is Z. Next problem is I have to find X, Y and Z. Okay. First let me write what is this X. If you see this symbol like this, it means this is 90 degree. Okay. So, I will say X equal to 90 degree. Y, I am saying vertically opposite angle. What is vertically opposite angle means? What is vertically opposite angle? If there is some two lines crossing each other, this angle is equal to this. Okay, this is X, this also will be X, and this angle will be equal to this. This is Y, this is Y. These are vertically opposite angles. If you see here of this, these two angles will be equal. These are vertically opposite angles. If this is 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. So, X is 90 degree. So, here you can see there is a small triangle here. I will draw that. This is a triangle. Okay. This is X and this is 30 and this is Y. This small triangle. Okay. If you add this together, what you will get? You should get 180 degree. So, what is X plus Y plus 30 should give 180 degree. Okay. You know what is X is 90 plus Y plus 30 give 180 degree. 90 plus 30 112. So, Y equal to 180 minus 120, which is 60. Okay, Y is 60. Here Y is 60. Now, we have to find what is Z. If you keenly watch this, you can draw like this, go like this and come here and you go like this, which means you are going like this, come here and again you are going like this. Okay. This is Y. Okay, this is Z. I am just drawing this line from here to here, here to here and here to here. We can say this is a Z type curve. So, Y and Z are alternate angles. So, I can say Z is equal to 60. Z is equal to Y. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Okay. So, the answer is X is 90, X is 90, Y is 60 and Z is 60. Next question, I have to find X, Y and Z. So, I will start with the X. X is here, Y is here and Z is here. First I can say Z is 80 degree because corresponding angles. Okay. We know that this and these two angles are corresponding angles. Okay. So, Z is 80. Okay. If Z is 80, you can see there is a line here, there is a line here and it is coming like this and there is a line here. Okay. So, this and this are alternate angles. This is Z and this is Y. Z and Y are alternate angles. So, angle y should be equal to Z, which means Y equal to 80 degree. Y is 80. So, if Y is 80, what is X? I can say adjacent angles are supplementary. adjacent angles are supplementary, which means if I add x plus y are adjacent angles, it should give 180. Then what is x is 180 minus y is 80, so x is 100. Okay. So another way, x plus 80 also should give 180, because these two are also adjacent angles. Anyway, you can solve this. The next problem is, we have to find what is x, y and z. So y is direct, y is 112, y opposite angles are equal. We can say y is equal to 112. Okay. Next what you can say is, you can say this is x and this is z. If you come like this from here to here, here, this dotted part and this straight line. So this is x and this is z. These are alternate angles. So x is equal to z. Okay, if you find x, the same thing will be for z also. Now what we can say is, this angle and this angle are adjacent angles, which means 40 plus z, which is one angle. Okay, together this angle plus 112 should give 180 degree, because adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay. So you should not separate it, this together you have to add this 40 plus it, this is a complete angle. Okay, even though you split like this complete angle you have to take, that plus this 112, these both are adjacent angles. When you add this, they should give 180. From this we can find what is z. So this is 152, z is 180 minus 152. So which means z is 28. If z is 28, x is also 28. Okay, we got what is x, y and z. Problem is, can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram? First they have mentioned ABCD is a quadrilateral. Okay, so it is possible to behave this, it behaves as a parallelogram or not. They have given some clues. Angle D plus angle B is 180 degree. What is angle D? This is angle D and this is angle B. So they are opposite angles, so they both should be equal. So if this is x and this is also should be x. So let me take opposite angles are equal. Okay, so angle D here, angle B are opposite angles. Another thing to note here is, when you write ABCD, you should mark it continuously. You should not write A, B, C, D. Okay, if you start from here, you have to go continuously clockwise. A, B, C, D. If you start from here, you should write A, B, C, D. Okay, in that way only you have to write. So angle D and angle B are opposite angles. So angle D plus angle B, they both should be equal. So if I take D to be x, B should also be x. X plus x is 180. So 2x equal to 180. What is x equal to? 180 by 2, that is 90, which means a right angle. So it should look like this. So this is A, B, C, D. This is 90 degree and this is also 90 degree. This is somewhat looks like a rectangle, but can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram? Well, this is possible. You see, here also the opposite sides may be equal, the opposite angles are equal. If you add, this is also 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. If you add the adjacent angles, that also give 180 degree. Based upon the side, diagonals also bisect each other. So this is possible to, it is possible to be a parallelogram. The next case is AB equal to DC equal to 8 centimeter. What is AB is here, DC is here. So this is 8 centimeter, this is 8 centimeter. Okay, to be a parallelogram, the opposite side should be equal. Okay, AD is 4, AD is 4 centimeter, and you see BC is 4.4, 4.4, which is not possible because AD should be equal to BC. To be a parallelogram, AD should be equal to BC. Okay, this condition is necessary because opposite sides must be equal in a parallelogram. Here it is 4 and this is 4.4. So this is not possible. Okay, the last case is angle A is 70, angle C is 65. You say angle A is 70, angle C is 65. These are opposite angles. Okay, so opposite angles must be equal. So opposite angles must be equal. Okay, therefore not possible to be a parallelogram. The next is draw a rough sketch of a quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram but has exactly two opposite angles of equal measure. So here you have to draw a quadrilateral, but it should not be a parallelogram. At the same time, it has exactly two opposite angles of equal measure. One such example is quite here. The opposite angles are of equal measure, but the opposite sides are not equal. So it is not a parallelogram. Okay. Problem is the measures of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio 3:2. Find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. So let me take some parallelogram A, B, C, D. Okay. So let the adjacent angles be 3x and 2x. Okay, this is now you know how to convert a ratio into original number. There are two adjacent angles be 3x and 2x. Okay, so adjacent angles are supplementary, which means if you add 3x plus 2x, it should give 180. So 5x equal to 180, x equal to 180 divided by 5, that is equal to 36. Okay. So the adjacent angles are, what is 3x? What is 3x is 3 multiplied by 36, that is equal to 108, and what is 2x is 2 multiplied by 36, that is 72. If you see from here, you can take, there are 4 sets of adjacent angles, A and D, D and C, C and B, B and A. Okay, anything you can take. Let me take A and B are adjacent angles. Okay, so this is 3x and this is 2x. What is this now? 3x is 108. This is 108. So this should be 72. Okay, if this is 108, what is this is 108. Why? Because they are opposite angles. So this is 72 and this is 72. These two are opposite angles. Okay. Now we got all the angles in a parallelogram. So now we got this result. The next question is, two adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measure. Find the measure of each of the angles of a parallelogram. Two adjacent angles of a parallelogram. So if you add the adjacent angles, they are of equal measure, which means I am adding two angles. Let it take two adjacent angles, angle A. So first let me draw this and I will redraw again. If you take A, B, C and D, if you add the two adjacent angles, okay, which is angle A plus angle B, what you should get? You should get 180 degree. What they are saying, they are of equal measure. Adjacent, these two are of equal. Let me take this to be x and this to be x. So x plus x gives 180, which means 2x is 180, x equal to 180 divided by 2, that is 90 degree, which means your figure looks like this. A, B, C and D. If this is 90, this is 90 and all the four things should be 90. Okay. Therefore, angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D, that is equal to 90 degree, which is a rectangle. Possibility is they may be square also. The adjacent figure HOPE is a parallelogram. Find the angle measures XYZ. State the properties you use to find them. Okay, the first thing is, so here is X and here is Y and here is Z. Okay, now let me name it as some A. Okay, so angle A plus angle A plus 70 should totally give 180 degree. Okay, so angle A equal to 180 minus 70, that is equal to 110. This is angle A. So once I got angle A, this is a parallelogram. Once I got angle A, that should be equal to angle X, that is equal to 110. What is the property used? Opposite angles are equal. Okay, here also we can say they forms a linear pair. Okay, so here you can say opposite angles are equal. So this is A and this is X. So X equal to A, which is equal to 110. Now if you see from here to here, here, that means from here to here and from here. Okay, this point is O, this point is H, this point is E and this point is P. This is Y and this is 40. Just I have drawn from here to here, here and here. Okay, so this is Y and this is 40. So Y equal to 40 because alternate angles. If you see here, this Y and this come from here to here to here, there is a Z. So Y should be equal to 40. So Y is 40. The last thing we have to find is Z. If you see here, this together and this are corresponding angles. Either you can say 40 plus Z plus A. We can try it in two methods. First I will write this 40 plus Z is one angle, 40 plus Z plus A. Okay, 40 plus Z plus A together we should give 180. The reason here is adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angles are supplementary. We know that what is A? A is 110. So 110, so Z plus 150 equal to 180. So Z equal to 30. This, you see here, this angle and this angle are adjacent angles. So when you add these two, you should get 180 degree. That is one way of finding out. Another way of finding out is this angle and this angle are corresponding angles. If there are two parallel lines like this and there is a line coming here, so this angle and this angle are corresponding angles. So similarly, if you see 40 plus Z which is here, okay, 40 plus Z should be equal to this 70. Okay, from this we can find what is Z. Z equal to 70 minus 40, so Z equal to 30. Okay, in both the ways we can find. The eighth problem, GUNS and RUNS are parallelograms. Find X and Y. So here is X and here is Y. You have to find what is X and Y. First I am writing GS should be equal to UN. Why? Opposite sides are equal. Okay, GS equal to UN, which means 3x should be equal to 18. This side and this side should be equal. X equal to 18 by 3, that is equal to 6. So this is in centimeter, 6 centimeter. Similarly, here also 3y minus same thing, GU is equal to SN. The same reason, opposite sides are equal in a parallelogram. What is GU? 3y minus 1, that is equal to 26. 3y equal to 26 plus 1, 3y equal to 27, y equal to 27 by 3, that is equal to 9 centimeter. Okay, x equal to 6 centimeter and y is equal to 9 centimeter. The next problem is, here you have to find what is x and y. We know that diagonals bisect each other, which means if I name this center point as O, okay, what does it mean? From this property, OR equal to ON. This OR and this ON are equal. OS, either you can write SO or OS, anything is fine. OS equal to OU. Okay, now I am going to equate this. What is OR is 16, ON is x plus y. X plus y is 16 from the first thing. From the second thing, OS equal to OU. What is OS? OS is here, OU is here. So, y plus 7 equal to 20. From this, I can find what is y. Y equal to 20 minus 7, y equal to 13. Okay. So, x plus y is 16. X plus, instead of y I can substitute 13. 13 equal to 16. X equal to 16 minus 13, x equal to 3. So, what I can write is x equal to 3 and y equal to 13. You can write in centimeters. X equal to 3 centimeter, y equal to 13 centimeter. This is the answer. Next problem is, RISK and CLUE are parallelograms. Find the value of x. If you see here, RISK, okay, this thing is a parallelogram. There is another parallelogram, CLUU. This is a parallelogram. Okay. So, now we have to find what is the value of x. So, first you see this parallelogram alone. That is, I am drawing this. What is this parallelogram? This is RISK. RISK. I am drawing this parallelogram alone. Okay. If this is 120, this is 120. My first point is, this angle I, here is this angle I is 120, because opposite angles are equal. Okay, angle I is 120. So, I got what is angle I. Another thing I am going to do is, let me name this as some angle A. Okay. So, these two will together gives 120 plus A. 120 plus A together will give 180. This is a straight line. Okay. So, A equal to 180 minus 120, that is 60. So, this angle is 60. Okay. Now, let me go for the next parallelogram, which is CLU and E. Okay. How it look like? If you go for the next parallelogram, this is 70, it look like this. CLUE. If this is 70 and E should be 70, these are opposite angles. Okay. So, I mark E, which is 70. Now, you see here, from here to here is a Z. This is a straight line. These two lines are parallel. Okay. So, from here to here you can see a Z. So, if this is 70, this is also is 70. So, here it is 70. Okay. So, these and these are vertically opposite angles. So, if this is x and here is also x. Okay. So, I can mark this is also x, because these two are vertically opposite angles. Okay. So, this is x, this is also x. So, and there is a z here. So, this is 70, this is also 70. So, if you see, there is a small triangle over here. What is that? A triangle like this. Okay, this is x and this is a and this side is 70. if you add together you should get 180 degree. So A plus x plus 70 should give 180. What is A is 60. So 60 plus x plus 70 should give 180. So A equal to 70 plus 60 minus 180, this is 130, x equal to 180 minus 130, x equal to 50. Okay. Problem is, explain how this figure is a trapezium, which of its two sides are parallel. Okay. Explain how this figure is a trapezium. So figure to be a trapezium, there should be only one parallel sides, opposite parallel sides. So here you can say these two sides are parallel. NM is parallel to this KL. Okay, which of its two sides are parallel? How we can say that is, here they have mentioned this is 100 and this is 80. So in 7th standard you studied, if there are two lines and there is a line transversal like this, what is this true angle called? This, let me name it as x and this name it as y. Okay, consider two parallel lines and there is another line which is transversal to these two lines, and this angle is x and this angle is y. What is the property? These x and y are interior opposite interior angles or interior opposite angles. Let me write interior opposite angles. Okay, then what is the property of that is, if you add x plus y, it should give 180. Okay, so in that case you can say these two lines are in parallel. Okay, so let me check what is angle M plus angle L. Angle M plus angle L is giving 100 plus 80, which is 180 degree. So these two sides are parallel, that is NM is parallel to KL, only these two sides are parallel. Okay, so interior opposite angles, if you add together you are getting 180 degree. So this is a trapezium. Next problem is, in this figure we have to find what is the measure of C. C is here, this is ABCD. One thing is given is AB is parallel to DC. AB is parallel to DC. This is AB and this is DC. So I am just drawing a line, which means these two lines are parallel. Just you can imagine I am extending this line, AB and DC. Suppose there is a line like this. Okay, so I can say this angle and this angle are interior opposite angles. These two are interior opposite angles. When I add these two angles, I should get 180 degree. Then only I can say these two lines are in parallel. When I add these two angles, I will get 180 degree. So here, similarly here also, these are the two parallel lines. You can see if I extend this, these are the two parallel lines and this is the transversal. Okay, so this angle which is similar to this and this angle is similar to this. If you add these two, which is angle B plus angle C, which gives 180. So angle C equal to 180 minus angle B, which is 120, that is 60. Angle C is 60 degree. So I can write interior opposite angles or supplementary, which means if you add together they should give 180 degree. The last problem in this exercise, find the measure of P and S if SP is parallel to RQ in this figure. Okay, so they have already mentioned these two lines are, this line and this line are parallel. When these two lines are parallel, they have already given what is this angle. So what I have to need is, I have to find P and S. So first I will start. So these two lines SP and RQ are parallel. So if there is some two line is parallel, these two lines are parallel and there is another line which is transversal, then what about this angle and this angle? So this point is P and this point is Q. So these two angles are interior opposite angles. Okay, so angle P plus angle Q should give 180 degree because they are interior opposite angles. I know what is Q, then what is P should be 180 minus angle Q 130 is 50. The next thing is we have to find what is S here. Okay, so this is a trapezium, this is 90. They have given a right angle symbol, so this is 90. So trapezium is a quadrilateral. The sum of the angles, you know, angle sum property. By angle sum property, if you add all the interior angles, it should give n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Okay, so here what is n here is 4 because there are 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 minus 2 is 2 multiplied by 180, that is 360 degree. I am going to add all the angles, angle P plus angle Q plus angle R plus angle S. That should give this 360. What is angle P is 50 plus angle Q 130 plus angle R 90 plus S we have to find, which is 360. If you add this is 270. So angle S equal to 360 minus 270. So angle S is 90. Okay. So P is 50 and S is 90. So one more thing I want to say here is, last time we got P in such a way that we consider these two lines are parallel and this P and Q are interior opposite angles. So we add P plus Q is 180. From that we got P. Just now we solved it. Is there another way of doing that? Is there is another way here is, this is if we know these two are 90 and 90, this is 90 and this is 90, what we can do is you can draw a line like this. This is a straight line, okay, which makes this as 90. This is 90, so this is also 90. Totally it is 180. So from here this top portion is 90. So 180, 130 minus 90, 40, which means this lower portion is 40. Okay, so I am just drawing the lower portion. This is P, this is Q, and this is this point. So this is 90. Only this lower, this part I am drawing, this triangle alone. This is 40. Okay, the remaining 90 is at the top. So how to find this? We know that in a triangle, if you sum up this, it should give 180. So P plus 90 plus 40 should give 180. Okay, this is 130. 180 minus 130. So P equal to 50. This is another way of finding P. With this we are completing exercise 3.3. From next class we will solve exercise 3.4. Thank you.